last couple of games, keeping the crew alive in Orlando, essentially winning the game against Philadelphia. It's a good precursor, an extension of the playoffs this game today to know if they'll be at home. Etienne, Zelarayan. Columbus trying to start brightly.
Get him pulled out into spaces where he feels a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe has to make a decision that he normally wouldn't.
DeBoer bounced. After that, Stephen Glass taking over in the interim. Pity Martinez never really hit all the high notes. Sent off to Saudi Arabia. This Mokhtar goal was the difference. It was choppy the rest of that night, but the crew prevailed 1-0. Valenzuela! Brad Gazan, who's been one of the best, beating woeful Cincinnati. Escobar, dispossessed by Santos. Zelarayan in action in Major League Soccer. And third in starts, not bad for an Ivy Leaguer in the supplemental draft, Jordan.
Yeah, I feel like that play was exactly what Jeff Larentowicz has done throughout his career. Just
7 minutes old. Dom stares down Santos. Now on a sprint to the end.
The most productive player assist-wise for Atlanta United. You don't want to give them the end line there.
Marcelino Moreno. Lanús man delivers in.
You're told to head the sun when you miss the ball. So he makes contact there, gives his team another opportunity here.
Defending that corner. Lobbed in, back by Larentowicz.
Squad, and I don't think Meza has quite found that even in these first few minutes here when he's been in 1v1 situations. Kind of lets players slip by him, and that would have never happened.
One of the latest names to add DeVito Wormhor. This is served across. On his crossing rate, normally out there with Brooks Lennon doing the job. He's on the bench. And Escobar swashbuckling into Pedro Santos and Delta Yellow.
He's so good.
I mean, the runaway rookie of the year.
Yeah, and he's going to be in with the national team, I think, before we know it.
Sure. Once upon a time, his brother, older brother, Bright. The Irishman played his college ball. You can't make it up. At Notre Dame. Good dispossession, Zelarayan. Sardez sprints into the open field and waits for the oncoming Affel. Able to stay with it. Darlington Nagbe runs by his former teammate, who was in Atlanta the last 2 seasons. $1.5 million. The fee to bring him here. Simultaneous collision in the penalty area on that long ball over the top. Valenzuela and Artur team up. The outlet from Santos stretched too much. Larentowicz wearing the armbands. Uncomfortable tackle from behind by Lucas Zelarayan. Other results that affect him: DC and Montreal, a goal apiece. New York City has gone up on Chicago at Soldier Field. Into the 4 spot. Loading that up. A hard ricochet off Sardez coming from Moreno. Nice interplay, and Marcelino Moreno skinning in front of the face of goal.
Exactly what Atlanta United has really been missing since they got rid of Miguel Almiron. They sell him to Europe, to Newcastle, and now you bring in
direct element to his game too. This is Nagbe. Etienne Jr. Derek Etienne Jr.
Get a ball into the mix there that is difficult for Guzan to have to come out and get.
Atlanta has allowed 5 goals off corners. It's skittered off the initial touch. 4th in terms of possession this season, this truncated year. As that ball in behind, and Gallagher with room coming out, sliding in, taking down John Gallagher with a penalty given.
Things in this great run by Gallagher to stay on side there, a little bent run. And initially it looked like he had slipped right there, and he did slip. There's no chance he's getting to that ball, but he gets taken out in the end, even with losing his footing. As he chops it back here, both feet slip. Aloy Room takes him out.
Is it clear and obvious, or anything to overturn this? That's the question. No penalty. Zardes. Valenzuela. What a touch. Zelarayan! He doesn't do boring. 1-0 in the 29th.
Was this it? Josh Williams eating up the space. It shifts defenders, and then you can get this little combination play. This is Jesse Zardes and Milton Valenzuela outside back. And Valenzuela has been picture perfect on those passes into Lucas Zelarayan this season. Oh, that scoop to finish. I mean, the precision there. From the entry ball to Santos to this first touch of Zelarayan. Everything perfect for the Columbus Crew. They're up 1-0 at home.
2018. Bello.
Best teams in this league have had stability in their back line. And it really is something that I think if you're Atlanta United, you're thinking about how you can stabilize that a little bit more going into next season.
One's with the opener, and then Gary Stevens getting the second for NYCFC. Still keeping an eye on that Orlando-Nashville game as well. Still not up at 1, but NYCFC up on Chicago.
Etienne. Characteristic first touch that gets away from Zelarayan.
Almost caught the crew sleeping there.
Awful.
Take it to the house.
It's Etienne on a 1v1 breakaway. This should be fun with Bello. Etienne. Santos coming on! A glorious chance for 2. Last season with Atlanta United involved. He's had a couple of crew matches. This is 3rd of the year. He, along with MAPFRE's work, keeps it. Santos! What a save, Gazan!
Inside, pulls George Bello essentially. Then he's just in no man's land, so he can create here. This is a wonderful little touch there to keep possession with the Columbus Crew, and then Santos can cue up his left foot, take a good solid strike and distance.
Larayan, short-shaded turn by Josh Williams, turning it back in. This is staying alive. A little kung fu from Williams.
What a ball.
That lead was great. Continues for Zardes from Artur. Jesse Zardes! The top American marksman the last 3 years adds another. His 12th.
This ball by Milton Valenzuela starts the whole entire thing, and it's a movement off the ball by Artur, and then Zardes saying, I need to score more goals. I'm taking responsibility. Well, that's one way to make a statement. Goodness gracious, Jesse Zardes. That little touch just pulls it slightly away from the oncoming defender in Miles Robinson. So then even when he stretches, it goes in between his legs. I love that.
Back in mid-October. Doesn't go in long swells. Also had a couple games where he was out with a knee injury, but adds another 78 MLS goals now. And Eloy Room forced into action at the other end.
I have often told him, you don't need a lot of shots, Jesse. You just need 1 or 2.
Valenzuela going to go into the tackle, commit the foul in the area, and Ishmael Elfaf, no hesitation, gives them life.
It's the exact right ball to play. It slips in between the seam of the outside back and the center back.
Reno scored against Cincinnati on a PK. We'll try and make it 2 in 2 games. Put Atlanta back in the game. Does so. 2-1. And Atlanta's chances still very much alive on decision day with over a half hour left.
Set up. See Moreno placing it. It's all set up through the work of Jürgen Damm on the outside and his ability to sense when he should get the ball at his feet or when he should break the back line.
Mid-Ohio monsoon hope earning that penalty. Moreno converting. Slide ruling. Mesa. Dom. In for John. Immediately signals it was deflected. It was. His recent MLS spurts haven't been nearly as successful. There's a battle inside with Lennon nearly colliding with his own man Robinson. Kubo Torres scored against Orlando, his first Atlanta goal. We'll give them another corner.
Some good determination by Jassy Zardes there.
Moreno in. Aloy Room coming heavy with the right hand, colliding with Mesa in the end.
Got to punch that strong, out of danger.
Made 2 saves today, but that intervention was key. 85th minute. Aiden Morris is waiting to come on as Artur is off. Kubo Torres has the shot blocked by Harrison Affel. Leads for the outlet. Luis Diaz in transition. Costa Rican slowed up by Lorenowitz. Here's Lucho. The shot softly to Gazan. Driving forward. Marco outside Lennon for Adam John. Hits it over the bar. Alleys. New England did it both times. Lorenowitz had the game-winning goal back in 2009. Scissors from Barco.
Bad foul. Wow.
Take a yellow to the bank. Escobar throwing himself into it. Going to that. Celarayán scored there. Same today.
Maybe gets a little lucky. He knows he can't go for Celarayán's legs there, so he just goes for the space.
Trying to drift it back for Lucas Celarayán. Mulroney held up by Nagbe. That's going to earn him a yellow. It's empty at the other end. Luis Diaz dealing with the Gazan tackle. Strength coach Brooke Hamilton holding off Milton Valenzuela. That's what Kayla Porter thinks. Game over.
Yeah.
Ishmael Elfath obliges. And the Crew will stay at home for their opening round matchup in the 2020 Audi MLS Cup Playoffs.